What happens when you reduce your relationship with God to religion, or you turn God into a good luck charm? Absolute chaos in your life. If He's not ruling everything, He isn't ruling anything. Take a look at this story in Judges. The book of Judges comes to an end with this story. It says, there was no king in Israel. Sets the stage for what's about to happen. A Levite, someone who's supposed to be a man of God, has a concubine. This is a person who's not his wife, lower status than a wife, but a legal mistress. And she cheats on him. And she's living with her father again, and so a few months go by, and her father says, hey man, why don't you come get my daughter? You know, she's living here. So the Levite comes to get his daughter, or his concubine, and the dad gets him drunk, and they stay for a day, and then another day, and they drink for another day. And on the fourth day, he's like, no. He's like, just take one more drink. So finally by noon, they're done drinking. He says, I gotta go. I gotta go worship God at the temple in Shiloh. Gotta do my religion. So they leave, and they get a late start. So they get to Gibeah, and it's late at night. They don't get all the way to where they want to go. And nobody takes them in. And there's no hospitality, which is just the greatest crime in this day and age. Finally, an Ephraimite takes them in, allows them to sleep there for the night. And the men come knocking at the door, and they say, we want to have homosexual relationship with this Levite. Give him to us, just like what was going on in Sodom and Gomorrah years earlier, hundreds of years earlier. He says, no. Take my virgin daughter, or take his concubine. They both agree, yeah, the concubine's great. They throw the concubine out the door, this woman, and the men rape her all night, and they leave her on the doorstep for dead. So in the morning, the Levite gets up, opens the door, comes out and says, get up, we gotta go. Well, she's dead. So he becomes enraged with how horrible these men were that raped her. And he decides to cut her body into 12 pieces and send one piece of her body to each one of the 12 tribes of Israel. In the next chapter, you see they get the body parts and they say, this is outrageous. And 11 tribes come together against Benjamin. And they say, Benjamin, your city, Gibeah, they need to give up the evil men that did this. Benjamin says, no. And Benjamin defends Gibeah. Becomes a sanctuary city, if you will. And so 11 tribes go to civil war against Benjamin and destroy and annihilate an entire tribe. What happens when you say, I'm going to be religious, I'm going to have this walk with God, but I'm going to have these other areas of my life that are just, I'll just do them? Absolute chaos. If He isn't Lord of all, He isn't Lord at all. And we've got to take a hard look at our lives and say, how are we like Israel? How are we blind to certain areas of our lives that we say, well, yeah, that's my problem, I know. When other people are looking on, and God is looking on and saying, who is this? This is crazy. I mean, you look at this Levite, and he's got this concubine, and she cheats, and it's like, no big deal. He's not even a wife, and then he puts his own physical health and body over her, and this master of a house who takes in a stranger, says, hey, take my virgin daughter. And then these tribes that, yeah, they should have maybe gone to war, but not totally annihilated Benjamin. There's no rhyme or reason to what's going on there, but there's no God, and there's no leadership. We got to take a hard look at our lives and ask ourselves, is God getting in to every area of our lives?